Welcome to day 4 of memorizing Ephesians chapter 3, verses 14 through 21. Our phrase for today is He will empower you with inner strength. He will empower you with inner strength. So where we're at so far is that Paul is saying, when I think of all this, I fall to my knees and pray to the Father, the creator of everything in heaven and on earth. I pray that from his glorious, unlimited resources, he will empower you with inner strength. He will empower you with inner strength. We talked about God, who Paul is crying out to. He's in awe and he's falling to his knees with this passion, this urgency, as well as this humility, and crying out to this incredible God who is the source of all these incredible blessings that are available to us as the children of God, as the people of God, as the church. And out of his glorious, unlimited resources, he said, I pray that out of the glorious, unlimited resources that are found in this God, what he prays for is that he will empower you and I, that God will empower you and I with inner strength. Now, one of the things that I love about this phrase is that what it's saying that there are different, ways that this is put in different translations, and what it's saying. Not that I'm your top Greek scholar and mean to claim that, but as you look into the Greek words, you see that this is about being made strong with dunamis. This is the word for power that is used many times in the New Testament. One of my favorite places that word is used, that you might be familiar with, is that he has not given me a spirit of fear. He's not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, of dunamis, of love, agape love, and of a sound mind or self-control. And so, so Paul says he will make you strong with dunamis, with this power. So I pray that he will empower you with inner strength. So this phrase has to do with, instead of, if I'm in my life circumstance right now, instead of me thinking about how do I change my life circumstance right now, what does it look like for me to change a thought or a wish or a prayer like that to, how do I have more of the power of God in my life right now? How do I have more of the power, the dunamis that comes from God, that has something extremely wonderful about it? It has this capability of performing miracles. It can perform the will of God so that God can say, let there be light, and it performs his will, and it brings light. So the power of God, this dunamis, is the stuff, the strength, the something that comes with his authority to accomplish his will, that nothing can overcome, that nothing is stronger than the power of God. So what does it look like? He will empower you with inner strength. What does that mean to you and I in the situations of our lives right now, where as we're meditating on that phrase, where we can think about what would that look like? What would it look like if I had more power? Not my own power, but the power of God to do God's will. The power of God is to do God's will, never our own will. So we never get to use it for ourselves. And yet it is something that strengthens and empowers us to walk the walk he's called us to, the path he's placed us on, to walk according to his will and to work out this thing that we call salvation with fear and trembling, because this God is alive and exists within us and is doing a work inside of us, and he's seeking to bless the world through us. Who we are as the church is that we are blessed with his presence to be a blessing. It flows in and out. It moves from us to the world, which is the mission of Christ that is lived out through the church. And we can't do any of it without the power of God. And Paul knows this, and he lived this. He demonstrated and exemplifies a life that is lived with the power of God, the dunamis of God, that is the thing that will accomplish God's will. So for you and I, in our life circumstance, I pray right now that God would just minister to us with this phrase. What does it look like right now for the dunamis of God to be more in me, more manifest in me, to accomplish God's will in my life, that I might live this thing out and be salt and light and a blessing to the world around me? What does that look like for me? What does that look like for you? He will empower you with inner strength. He will empower you with inner strength. He might not want to change your circumstance right now. Maybe he does, maybe he does not, but he does want to empower you with dunamis, with the stuff that is what we need, the strength necessary to accomplish the will and purposes that he has for our lives. Bless you, dear friends, and may he empower you with dunamis, with inner strength.